Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for the Changeling venue. Again, we have Eve, the Selkie, and Valarius, Baron Commander. Who would have thought, right? And here we are, his second actual scene at Homefires, where court has been moved. Baron Valarius has his own quarters, a sort of one suiting for one of his station, and he has sent word that he would like to speak to one Eve about certain personal things and that she should come. And then there is a little smiley face at the end of it and Cookie saying, "Please don't be mad."
Wow.
That's where we start our scene.
Cookies, huh?
Cookies.
Apparently I'm easily convinced. Yeah. I'm not quite sure where Valarius's stuff is at. His apartment or whatever. But I've been to Homefires once, so at least I know how to get there.
If you would ask around, there will be more than a few people that would know who I am. So, and they would just say his quarters are over there.
It's okay. There's probably some people who know who I am too, since I was introduced at the last court.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I am not dressed very formally. I'm dressed nice, but I'm not like all formal, decked out crap. That is not happening. So the reason I'm dressed up a little bit is because I'm going to Homefires and I don't know who's going to be there.
Right.
Just clarifying. So yeah, it's not sundress with flip flops. It is now like a nicer dress with sleeves and high heels.
Very nice.
But still better. It's not Victorian corsets. And yeah, make my way through, find someone who can point me in the right direction, and
after a
head that
while,
way.
You'll actually find his quarters, and there's like a little greeting area. And when you go to knock on the door, a satyr comes to the door and says, "May I help you?"
Yes, my name is Eve. I have an appointment with Baron Valarius.
Right. As he looks at you and smiles and says, "God, that man has been a hell of a catch." But yeah, right. Come on.
I know. Trust me.
As he goes in, he says, he kind of says, "Wait right here." He goes through another pair of doors, and out you'll see Valerius dressed in his band robes with his looking like he hasn't slept in a few days. And he'll come out and say, "Hi," as he kind of gives you this goofy grin.
Hi. Cookies, huh?
It was sweet. Come on. He laughs.
Well, at least it's not as cheesy as flowers.
I actually thought you probably would have like set the flowers on fire. So cookies.
No. I have ice. I can't do fire.
Right. As he starts smiling. Um. So yeah. How have you been?
Busy, and you seem to have been as well.
Tell me about it. Ever since the new announcement that I'm going to be the ambassador for the land courts, I had to go and tell a whole bunch of people that I won't be away, how long I'll be gone, who's taking my place, if I need to get messages, who's to get messages, and
Isn't the answer to that mostly service?
yes, but formalities and the way things need to be, as he kind of rubs his temples. If it makes you,
Yeah.
as he kind of looks at you and says, "If it makes you feel any better, I did miss you."
I was too busy trying to decide if I should be pissed off or not. But I missed you too.
So,
Well, I mean,
so how's your
go
first
on.
report?
Ugh. Yeah, that was interesting. It was a lot more fun hanging out with the commoners in the back than it was, in those uncomfortable 5 minutes I had to stand up front with the other ambassadors, one of whom could barely speak English. The other one just ignored me.
Oh,
But
caught
it
in
was fun chilling with the commoners. There was a couple of Ishu and a Slua. They were fun.
issues and slow house. Hmm.
One Slua.
One slow.
One. I've met him a couple times.
Couple of times he gives you kind of a raised eyebrow.
Yeah, a couple times. Well, actually three. I met him 3 times.
3 times? Hmm.
Yeah. Ran into him at Pennan's and in a bar where I was talking to Nathan and here at Homefires.
How
Why are
is
you jealous?
I'm entitled to feel the way I want to feel, as he kind of gives you a glare.
I didn't say you weren't. I was just asking if that's how you felt.
As he kind of looks at you and gives you like a devil glare. And he'll say,
Are there people in the room besides us, by the way?
oh.
Okay.
Kind of just looks at you. And he'll
I'm
go,
allowed to speak with whoever I wish.
as then Valarius is looking almost irritated. He's going to. So, what does that mean between us?
Wow. A whole week of very little, and then you're right to the point. I thought she were supposed to be more about the small talk. You didn't even ask me about the issues.
No, I'm more concerned about you.
So you haven't heard any rumors lately, then?
I've heard a few rumors, but instead of jumping to conclusions, I'm asking you.
You haven't actually asked the right question yet.
Are you seeing him?
Who, the Slua?
The Sluha or the Ishu?
Because,
Who are you seeing?
well, no,
As Valarius
not.
looks kind of deadpan at this moment. There's not that
Don't look so
confidence.
serious.
He looks rather serious at this point.
And I said, don't look so serious. It was just silly. It was actually one of the issue that the rumors are about. I've heard them too. They were whispering behind our backs as I was talking to them.
Oh,
He, for some reason, when I was called to stand up front, he like grabbed my arm to escort me up front. And apparently that makes us a couple.
as Valarius looks kind of, his cheeks kind of flush red.
Yeah, it actually made me wonder because you've escorted me places too, and nobody assumed that about us. I think it's because he's a commoner and I'm a commoner.
Could be. As he just kind of looks at.
Actually, lean over and kind of touch his cheeks, just one cheek for just a second, and then lean back again. There's no need for that. It's cute though.
As he's still kind of pouting.
Hey, you weren't around. I'm allowed to talk to people, and they were perfectly nice people.
Yes, I suppose you're right.
The slow might actually have some information at some point that I need, so
I suppose you're right. As he's still trying to get his mind right. He's still kind of fumbling with his feelings at the moment.
out of game he doesn't do things quite the way she does, which is kind of the fun, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Honestly, though, I wasn't really sure of where things stood the other day, so
Well, I
I
mean,
guess I just.
it's not as simple as he kind of looks at you rather serious. If we were to make it official, there's certain things that would need to happen.
Not if
So,
you take the fun out of this relationship. It's not happening.
oh, as he kind of like, no, no, there will always, trust me, always be fun with me, but such formalities as I can't, I would have to, as he kind of puts out his hands, I would have to officially court you.
Okay. So you're telling me all these rules. Does that mean you're considering it?
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely considering it. But there's also things that those might expect of you, such as pledging to a house and things like that. Because
I cannot promise that.
in this,
Right now, it doesn't make sense.
I understand that because in this court, it could be a secret, as he smiles, but in this court, amongst my squires and everyone that's around, they're under their oath bound not to speak of what goes on in here. But other than that, it's more to do with the implications. For example, you would no longer be a commoner if we were to ever date and eventually tie the knot. You would be
That's a little bit much, isn't it? To assume the marriage at this point?
I'm not saying we're going to get married. What I'm saying is because I'm a noble, there are certain things others will expect and things that will be said, so you're not blindsided if we do decide to go on with this. You would be currently right now, if we were to tie the knot, you would be nobility, a baroness.
Yes, you are very important, aren't you?
I am.
You're the only person who can say that with a straight face.
I'm quite important, but
Did you know that? Yeah, that at the court, the issue were like teasing me that I was the closest thing to a she in the group since I was the only one dressed up. So therefore, they made me get the alcohol for them. Get the servant over with the wine.
oh, I could
It's
say
kind of
something, I could say something really nasty about Ishu and being barefoot, but besides that, I'll be nice. I'll be nice today.
I rather liked them. They were cool people. One of them seemed to be really distracted by shiny things, though.
Shiny things. There's something
Yeah.
also. As Valarius kind of looks up and says, Ishu. Speaking of
The other
Ishu,
one was. What?
one of them, Satara? What's her name?
Yeah, we figured out that she was the one staying with you that you told me about.
Right, Satara. I
Yeah,
met
you
her.
came up in conversation.
She kind of showed up outside my house, playing with my flowers, the special ones. And she kind of laughs.
Well, you do see that I'm not acting all weirdly jealous about the fact that she's like crashing with you, right?
That she's brand new. She's like that's like awful.
She is brand new.
Exactly.
She's sweet. She's
And
very sweet.
impressionable and doesn't know much of anything, and I'm not a rapist. So like, that's not happening. That's the kind of like,
Out of game, don't we have to be 18 to be in? You have to play an 18-year-old at least to be in this?
yes, but she's saying that he would take advantage of someone that just the chrysalis. Like,
No, I get that. My character's just 2 years ago, even though she's only 18 as well. But
right.
yeah, there's a difference.
Yes, she has to be, you know,
Grown
able.
up.
This thing. She should know her right hand from her left hand. Know what a commoner is. Things like that. Like,
Oh, I told her some stories yesterday. I think I was telling better stories than the issue were.
What stories did you tell?
Oh, just a few things about merfolk and stuff. And that demon thing.
Oh, right.
It's not my fault they asked me about it. I didn't bring it up on purpose. I was asked about the demon thing.
As Valerius kind of looks at his notes. Veronica got married. I heard.
She did. Yeah.
Her
And it
name
was kind of
kind of threw me
a
because
debacle.
her name changed. What's she called now?
Um,
It's like once I
I
saw the
think
name
it's
on the table, it's like, who the hell is
Artemio Allegretto. It's Allegretto. I met him once, twice.
Allegretto? So she's no longer Veronica Coyle. Hmm,
I guess if she was traditional and took his name, yeah.
I suppose. So how was the wedding?
How's what?
How was the wedding? I know you went.
Oh no, I didn't. I just
Really?
heard.
Seriously?
Or I've met her like twice.
Wow. I have to. There's been like rumors and things running around the class. So I mean, Fiona and
I just heard it was a big mess. That's all I heard.
Big Mess. The last time I heard from Veronica, she was in a coma, and now she's married. Like, what the fuck? But
Yeah, well, last we heard about you, you were trying to be, single and good, and you see where that ended up at. So,
oh, I'm no longer single. Ha 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 ha. Ha.
oh, you're not? We've
Nope.
gotten that far in this conversation already, and I missed it.
Yes. Keep up. As he smiles.
Well, that'll be fun to explain to Alicia.
Yes. By the way, what does Alicia know? Have you two been kissing and telling again?
I can safely say I've never kissed her.
All right.
Telling, that's another subject.
What did you tell her? As Valerius looks kind of confused.
Actually, nothing. I just saw her this morning. We went on a bit of a scouting mission thing and found a place that, commoners might try to do something on.
Oh. Hmm.
But no, we didn't talk about that.
Oh.
I can keep a secret.
I
I
hope.
wasn't sure where any of this was going at this point, so I kind of wanted to wait and see until I could actually speak to you for 5 minutes.
Yeah. But as it stands right now, it's nothing official, but I like you, you like me, and no, nobody should probably know.
Why?
Implications, unless you want to be married.
Oh, I get implications. I just refuse to be like hidden in a corner somewhere like you're embarrassed of me.
Oh, I'm not embarrassed of you. Are you embarrassed of me?
No, I just said I wasn't going to be hidden in a corner, which means I wouldn't expect you to be either.
All right. So what does that mean between me and you then, in terms of that? If somebody were to ask.
Well,
As
up to this very moment, I would have just not. The subject I was hoping wouldn't come up, and if it did, I would have changed the subject and let them think what they wanted.
I guess I can live
That
with
was,
that.
that was up till now.
Well,
Are you going to ditch me for another week?
I'm a very busy man. In certain things, as a baron, I would have to leave you on many occasions.
So,
Are you going to get upset? As he looks at you squarely in
you,
the face.
you have gotten far too serious in the last like 5 minutes.
Fine, fine. I'll take it back a notch. We are just friends. Happy?
Hmm. Naked, sweaty friends. That works well.
Naked, sweaty. Then what? Then now what's with the attitude now? You say I'm serious, and then I take it back, and you're just like, what the hell? So what am I supposed to do? As he kind of looks at you.
Haven't you figured out yet that part of the fun of this whole thing is keeping you on the, jumping a little bit?
You're having fun with this, aren't you? Such,
I'm supposed to have fun with this.
such a witch. As he laughs at you, witch.
Really? A witch? And
which,
not the B version of that word?
oh, I would never. People could hear.
Oh, well, it's good to know that you'll treat me well in public.
Behind closed doors, possibly, but never in public.
I'm excited to know this. It's good to know the truth right up front.
Oh, I would never disrespect you in public.
I'm really more worried about in private. Because I
Kind
know very well how you are in public.
oh,
I've
what?
been in public with you a lot.
Oh, you said it in such a matter-of-fact way.
What? What now?
Nothing.
Nothing what?
Nothing.
Really? So you just say, oh, and that's supposed to be the whole conversation.
No, as in oh, as in aha. As he kind of puts up a finger. Not fun, right?
Nice.
It's not fun, is it?
Actually, kind of giggling at it because it's just so absurd. It's nothing that you've ever done before that she's ever seen. And it's just funny. No, look. There's a lot of, political crap that could come down.
Mhm.
The one thing the week did give me was, time to figure, try to think through it a little bit.
Okay.
Like, if it suddenly comes out that we're seeing each other and, I'm the one who suggested that you be ambassador to the Selkie Queen. That doesn't look at all weird.
This is true.
And then there's the fact that you'd be seeing a commoner. Because the fact is, unless we actually get married, I'm pretty sure I'm still a commoner.
Well, you're not pledged to a house, so yeah, technically you're a commoner.
Right. And I'm not even certain if I'm going to be joining a house. I just know that right now is not the right time.
Politically, you're right.
I know. And honestly, I don't know why I would join a house at this point anyway, so that's your job to convince me.
Do I have to? Can I just throw it all on you and you can just pick whatever you want? I honestly don't care. It would make me really happy if you were Fiona, but honestly, it would.
So then the question comes up, if I decided that a house wasn't for me, then what?
House wasn't for
Would
you?
that affect us?
No.
Right. Because that's... Well, you were saying that, because I have this rank or something from... So, assuming that we did the whole wedding thing...
Right.
Then... Right.
You would kind of have to. There would be no asking you, like, us talking about it. It would be, like, whatever... As he's kind of fumbling with words, like, whatever union our togetherness spawned would technically be mine. So this is
I'm
why...
confused.
You would have nothing.
You mean I would have nothing?
Alright. When a man likes a woman, right, and children come along, whatever, yeah, as he kind of tries to lead you down a road, kind of going like this, you kind of see where I'm going with this?
Are you trying to say that I would have no say over what happened to the children?
Bingo.
Why would that be exactly?
Because
I mean, then that would just be because I wasn't in a house.
right. It's that bullshit. Because I'm a
It is a lot of bullshit, actually.
Because I'm a titled noble and you're not.
Why the title? I've heard a lot of fancy people call me ambassador.
That's not a title proper, like squire.
I know. I'm just being stupid again because it's just all silly.
No, I don't want you to be blindsided. That's why I'm telling you like this.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you telling me. It's just kind of a bunch of shit.
I would never want you to say, like, Valarius, you never told me, and oh my god, I hate you so much because you didn't tell me. As he kind of looks you real serious in the eye. You don't hate me, do you? He looks
No,
really innocent at this point. You don't hate me, do you?
no, no, I don't. I'm just kind of can't believe that a society like that is still here. That
Yeah.
hasn't existed since the Middle Ages.
King
Maybe the
Arthur,
1800s.
yeah, King Arthur, Lancelot, all of that, pretty accurate.
Yeah, but they treated women well. At least the titled ones.
And there's also the subject of passionate affairs as he puts out his hands and resulting unions. Or either I would have,
Passionate. Wait,
or I would have
repeat that part over again. I missed something.
passionate affairs.
What about them?
For example, if there was a child in our togetherness, I would have nothing to do with the child because of my title. It would be considered a bastard.
So you, so you're saying that regardless of, I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to have an affair. That's not the point.
But I'm just saying
But
that would be the words that others would use. It would be quite
I
scandalous.
guess well, sure, I get the scandal part, but why would you let them make that choice for you? How you handle it?
How would I handle it? You already,
Yeah, because you said you would have nothing to do with it. That's what you just said.
well, you see, when I kind of say things, I kind of act like a satyr and get caught up in my passionate moments, and I would probably lose my title and my rank immediately. As
Because I screwed you over?
oh no 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 no, because I wouldn't leave you. You see that little qualifier right there.
Okay. Well, I like that sound better because that's kind of what I like. One of the things I really like about you is that you think for yourself, even if you are still within that whole social medieval thing.
Yes, I am a baron.
I
So
know what you are. You don't have to announce your title every 2 minutes.
so you know, as it kind of
And
sits,
I'm a Selkie, and I
and you smoke weed on the beach. I understand this.
I have. That doesn't mean I do it all the time.
Well, that's the popular stereotype.
Among you and Sir Riss, that's the only people who have a stereotype to put in there. The rest of them just think we're part of the Sea Court.
Yes, and those are two different things, aren't they?
You're still asking that question, really?
As he's laughing.
Watch. Sometimes I'm going to introduce you to my acquaintance. Okay? Then you'll see the difference.
Your acquaintance.
Yes, I have an acquaintance in the Sea Court. Where do you think I learned the skills I have?
I don't know, but kind of. You should kind of let me know so we can do things.
I learned them from a merfolk who I did a favor for.
Uh,
It was a deal we struck. One of their childlings got yanked onto the shore somehow, and she couldn't get in there as easily as I could to get him back. So I would have helped anyway, but since she was kind of, yeah, okay, maybe I took advantage. But you know what? I learned Cryos and Skycraft.
not complaining. Well, yes,
If she'd said no,
a lot of this would be secret, secret, hush, hush. For
okay, I can live with what is the physical things between us being a secret. I don't actually intend to announce that.
right,
That's none of nobody's business but ours.
exactly.
Um, I just meant, I don't know. I guess my thing is just more of I was just kind of, I didn't think you would, but I was just kind of hoping you were going to suggest that we have some kind of secret backdoor affair thing. And that's not something I'm up for.
Secret backdoor affairs. Hmm. How romantic, how Victorian. But
Well, exactly. And tell me how you guys dress and act. How I have to dress when I go to court. Victorian.
yes, it's a Victorian love affair. But
Well,
as
that's which is why I wanted to make sure you weren't suggesting that.
no, I would never suggest such a thing, but our relationship, such as it is, would be between us. Unless,
Unless you wanted to invite someone else in. I mean, then we'll talk about it.
if we were to tell somebody
Straight face, as she says that.
if we were to bring somebody else into this, that would be oaths. Like, serious business. Like, no fucking around.
Straight face got lost pretty quick.
Like, you do this in front of the dreaming.
Yeah, that's... No, I was just kidding. I can be serious occasionally, and no, that's not really my thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, but as of today, I am officially going to the sea court.
Why are you going there? You can't even, like, swim well enough to get down to it.
Well, yeah, I'm going as an ambassador. So, you know.
The sea court?
The Selkie.
Sea court's really deep underwater. Trust me, I've been there.
The Selkie court.
That's a little easier.
Yes. That's the sea, Selkies. Under the water,
You're just doing this to torment me, aren't you?
Maybe a little bit.
Because if you don't have this by now, then you're really, really dumb.
It's fun tormenting you.
And I don't think that's the case. Well, you know, I guess I've earned it. Then again, you don't usually seem to mind when I do it. Seems to have pretty good results.
No. Because I don't take myself too seriously. Probably to my detriment.
So how exactly do we go about this courtship thing? Do you have to make an announcement like you would to the paparazzi if you were famous?
Yes. As
Seriously?
Kind of a tabloid, yes, this is official. Or else then you are just my special friend, as he puts up his hand,
Well, if nothing else, it'll squash the rumors that were going on about Kagoma.
Oh yeah, I would squash it in a heartbeat.
Just don't squash him. He was just being nice and helping me up there. I don't think either of us realized what was going to happen when he escorted me up.
Yes, but if I am officially courting you,
He's just a nice guy. Actually, the first time I met him was at Penance too.
Well, right.
He's actually the one. No, he won the storyteller thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll be sure not to challenge him before a duel on his honor.
No, but if you were seen speaking to him well, then that might help a little bit.
I hope I won't have to challenge him to a duel of honor. As he kind of shakes his head. No, y'all don't think you understand. I'm dead ass serious.
Don't. Just don't. Because, that would just be one of the most wrong things ever over a stupid rumor.
Alright, so as long as you told me. Because I could have been, hot-headed and swords drawn and defend your honor. Just let you know, it could have went down that way. You see how troublesome rumors are?
It was just a dumb rumor. It didn't really matter what they thought.
Exactly.
Honestly, people are probably gonna like the rumor better than they like. They're probably gonna approve of the rumor more than they're going to approve of you and me. So
Yeah, this is true. But as it stands right now, to avoid anything else, you are my special friend.
I thought we...
Yeah, unless you want to. I already told you for the aforementioned reasons. What courts
I know.
As he looks at you in the face, laughing. Are you ready? Can your body handle that? That is politics up the ass.
You haven't even begun to learn what my body can handle yet.
We can do that tonight, because officially I'm no longer tied to this court. But let's stay on topic.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Where's the wine? Like, seriously, why don't you have any wine here?
She's as he kind of like offers you a glass, like, here you go.
Did you put something in there?
Oh, I already slept with you. I don't have to root for you.
That doesn't mean I'm going to be willing every time. How do you know? You have no idea.
Well, look, there are childlings running around the hall. They don't need to hear that sass from you, okay? Behave
Oh,
yourself.
really? Really? Oh, yeah. If you can't handle this ass, then it's time for you to walk away. So throwing it up to me as to what's going on,
This is true.
because you can do the same thing as me if you know, this has to be mutual. If you don't like me, then tell me. I would much rather know the truth. Not that I'm assuming. I'm not. I'm just saying.
If I didn't like you, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't, like, send you cookies or anything. It could have just been an oopsie daisy.
Wow, cookies.
It would have been just an oopsie daisy, like, oops.
I would have just sent you flowers that said, "Oh, thank you, but no, thank you."
XOXO, like, I don't.
So now, officially, if that's the case, then you're not allowed to send me flowers ever again. That leaves you without a perfect gift that, women are supposed to like. So be careful.
Why do you make things so hard? Such a weirdie.
Why do you think I do?
Because you enjoy watching me squirm, weirdie.
Yeah. Gotta find some entertainment while I'm here stuck in your Victorian corsets.
This is true. So anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. Yeah.
As he sits there and kind of ruffles his hair. Politics.
Look, just so we're clear, though, while I may have to practice a bit of the politics myself, we both know that's not my natural state. You should know that the reason I agree to this is not because I think it's the right thing, it's because I know you need to. And that's okay, but I'm just letting you know it's for you. It's not because I think it's necessary.
Okay.
Just thought I'd clarify, so that my opinion is out there as well.
Well, forbid
that night,
was never heard. Oh, God forbid if Eve was never heard. Oh, what a tragedy.
Are you trying to say that I talk too much?
Oh, never. I would just say Eve talks too much! Exclamation point.
Because if that's what you're trying to say...
Don't frown so much, gosh.
Yeah, I know you miss me now. Just because you're taunting me back, which tells me you are a little more comfortable now.
Yes, I taunt. Yes, I only taunt people I actually like.
I can't say that's the truth. That's how it works for me. Although I think you might be the only one I've done that to in a while, just because it was fun to see you turn red.
Yep.
So you can put out your fancy little announcement, and I will accept your romantic offer of, oh yes, I would love to court you, even though there was no knees or any rings involved.
A fancy little announcement.
Well, it's not going to be my announcement. I don't have any minions to send off to make the announcement.
They have names, you evil person.
They do, and I respect them. I have no problem with them. I'm just making a joke. And they probably would realize that too. But you are so serious that you don't seem to realize it.
Yes, I have to be serious.
No, you don't. Not with me. The serious part is over.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. Hmm. I wonder what Dad will say. Huh.
Hmm?
I wonder what Dad will say. Huh.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Really? Do I get to meet your parents now?
I think they'd want to meet you.
Well, I wouldn't treat them the same way I treat you.
Oh, heaven forbid.
I could introduce you to my parents, but it's a little difficult. I mean, well, I barely speak to them, so, see them like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, and, that's about it.
No, not normal parents, the other ones.
Tell me about them. Because if you looked into actually having Fae parents, then
They, huh, Dad is he is an older me.
an older you.
An older me. Not jaded, but just
So
older.
that so does that mean he's gonna like hit on me?
Probably shamelessly. He can't help himself. it's
Why? But
it's
okay,
nothing, it's not like he's actually interested in you. It's a family thing.
okay, that's good to hear because that's only a little creepy what you were describing.
He's a grump. He's like a dirty old man. It happens.
Right. Yeah. We'll never known one, and well, we didn't really know him as a Fae, so it doesn't really change much. Well, the one that I knew of. I suppose not all grumps announce, "Hey, I'm a grump." So
I mean, he is a duke, but you know.
right. That doesn't sound intimidating at all.
Yep. Duke, duke.
I'm lucky to deal with a Baron. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I've met Princess Lenore and Duke Guile and whatever. I must be very important.
Princess Lenore.
Yes, just briefly. Remember,
Princess.
she was at the War Council.
Yes, I remember who she is. Very interesting, Boggin.
Yeah, so was her guest. I would have liked to have spoken to him.
You mean the hooded one?
Yep, that's the one. I don't like just assuming that all the Adhen are evil assholes. I'd rather actually find out from someone who knows something.
She would be the one to ask.
Yeah, but obviously I wasn't in the right position to be doing so at the time.
And that would be a smart political move. See, you're learning.
Oh, it wasn't hard. I pretty much stood there quietly until they asked me questions.
How those things go.
No, my adoptive parents are, as you'd call them, normals, yeah. I have no idea if my mom and dad were Fae or not.
Mm.
I was too young to know the difference the last time I saw them. I do know one of them at least had to have had Selkie blood in them.
That would be
Otherwise, I wouldn't.
This is true.
But I just don't know enough about them to answer that question. I'm curious. But I was so young. If they hadn't died, I might still be living in Hawaii or, Bali or some other fantastic place full of oceanic people.
But like I said, in order for us to court, some things you have to understand. The houses thing, I wasn't being facetious about that. So once you
I
decide
believe you.
that, that's when we make it serious. I don't want to get you in trouble. Because I'm serious, that's exactly what they're going to ask you. What they're
They
going
can
to
ask whatever they want. I will handle it. With tact, I hope.
see. You said I hope. That is Eve talk for saying I will say whatever the fuck I want to.
Really? No, seriously, think about this for a second. Every time that we've done anything official, have I really done any of that?
Well, no. I guess you're right. Maybe I'm being a worry.
Hmm?
I said,
Sorry,
maybe,
my phone went off.
I said perhaps. Maybe I'm being a worry wart. Maybe this is all too fast for like the first, Alright, I'm just going to. He just takes another long swig of wine because right now he's just blathering. You know what?
Stand up. Wherever I'm sitting, if it's not next to whatever, it doesn't matter. Just walk over, and after he's done swallowing the wine,
Uh-huh.
um, just kiss Valerius like really hard on the lips, and then like step back, and just be like, "Look, just face it. I can act like a grown up and be political as I want to in public, but right now, and you just need to accept that I'm going to, and I'm not going to like go out there and spread secrets or talk about how good you are in bed. I might do that in private, but I'm not going to do that like at an official function. Okay?
Alright.
You need to trust me.
Alright.
Not assume I'm gonna bumble all over my tongue just because that's how I really am. I'm learning to just keep that stuff to myself.
Alright.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Just get it. Because you seem to be assuming the worst about me, and I'm not a big fan of that either.
Not assuming.
I like the protective stuff. I don't really like where you're assuming that I'm just gonna be stupid.
I didn't say you were going to be stupid.
Well, you do it all the time.
No,
You don't say that. You don't say that, but just like some of the things you're just like, hey. I'm like, okay, well I appreciate a correction, when I've done something wrong.
alright. I can't.
But I don't think I'm doing that badly in terms of
You're not. You're
the
doing.
political junk.
You're doing awesome. As he kind of looks at you dead in the face, like you're doing well. Seriously.
Well, you would know more about that than me. I'm just kind of, I don't know, trying to figure everything out.
I'm pretty sure you will. Well, we will. At any rate.
I like that answer better.
We'll figure it out.
As for the house, can't that be put off for now?
Okay.
But without the courting thing not happen, without that being put off.
Kind of can't do one without the other, but Riser right now, don't worry about it. One day at a time.
How does that not make any sense?
As he
I
kind
mean,
of as he kind of looks at you in the face, one day at a time. Kind of sticks out his tongue.
really?
Really?
You're the one who's practically proposing to me over there, wanting to like court.
Look, I use proper and exact words. So when they come to you and they ask, you can say they use just whatever. I like you, okay? I like you. I like you a lot. You see the way I'm stumbling? You see this? It smells like fear, doesn't it?
I don't smell anything. Thank you. Nothing that shouldn't be here. I don't mean that. I just don't understand why one can't. It has to include the other.
This is true.
I mean, if it's basically a step in a certain direction. So why does a house have to be involved in it until you make it official?
Because everything is horrible in this land. Don't you get it? Well,
why do we have to fit everything within the norm? I mean, think about it this way. I don't actually just think about it for a second, and I'll let you talk in 1 minute, I promise.
All right.
But I appear to be important to my people.
Quite.
Okay. So, well, I'm not a queen, and I'm not even sure that she would consider her a real queen.
We will let it slide for the sake of the argument, but keep going.
Right. why would that not be good enough for now? At least for appearance's sake, it should be good enough for now.
If we're going on technicalities, then yes, I guess it'll be good enough for now.
You have high expectations of your dates, I'm telling you.
Yes, and of course, you always have high expectations for me.
Are we being
As,
sarcastic again?
no. As he
I'm,
starts
I'm,
laughing
I'm expecting you to, well, at least what I'm hoping you'll do is stretch your mind out a little bit here and realize that maybe
maybe.
what everybody else thinks doesn't matter as much.
Well,
I mean, there's something there, but it doesn't have to be the end of the world.
this is true. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not going to hide in the corner. If you decide you're not going to do this courting thing, I'm just I think my plan at this point is just to move on because I don't. I guess what I mean by move on, I don't mean like move on beyond you or whatever. I just mean like I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not, and I'm not going to lie if something were to come up. Assuming that I mean that's kind of my plan at this point.
Okay.
And it's not meant to be a threat.
I
I
didn't
have
take.
to do enough hiding myself when I have to do these public things and pretend that I'm important and everybody else pretends I'm important and then we know I'm not really.
I'm not asking you to hide yourself. I'm just asking you to be discreet. As he kind of smiles at you.
I already planned to. I haven't done anything yet.
Then that's all I'm asking. I don't want you to walk into anything blind. But at the end of the day, I'll always do what's right.
Which is what?
He just kind of leaves it at that. I'll do what's right.
No. Like lean in closer. Seriously, like try to like grab his hands and just like hold them and like look at him like well, tell me what you're talking about.
I don't want to let anything happen to you. Just know that.
Oh, we're talking about the protective thing again?
We'll leave it at that.
No, we won't. Do you really think I'm gonna let you do that? Come on now.
I was kind of hoping you would.
You're wrong.
Clearly, at this state of mind, I am wrong. 100,000%.
I mean, like, okay, yeah, I've only met you like what a few months ago, but
You made quite an impression.
so do you, Commander.
As he kind of starts laughing.
So then I should just assume that, because I'm exotic, that's what's going on? Just 'cause I'm
Yes,
different?
you will always be exotic.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Racism aside, you're extremely exotic.
um, so I'm supposed to assume that that's what's fueling this whole thing? You just kind of wanted to bang a Selkie? I mean, is that what it is?
Oh God, no. Nah.
Well,
I never actually looked at you as just a Selkie. You're kind of just like this cool person, honestly. You weren't exotic. I mean, you could swim. I mean, not many of us can swim, but you were
you
just
can
really
swim.
somewhat. Kind of flailed around like a fish, to be honest. I knew I flailed around like
Well,
a fish.
fish swim really well.
Yes, and I was a fish out of water.
Actually, we're fish in water, but that's a totally different subject.
See,
For the
whatever.
record, I almost have that problem resolved. Unless you just want to swim down.
I'm going to get better at that.
I will leave it to you to be the challenge for you then. That's fine. I just I guess what I would like at this point is a straight answer from you.
Straight answer.
Straight answer. Are you are you up for the courting thing or what? Because you're the one who brought up the subject,
I
but
did.
then you sort of seem to back down from it. So I guess I just kind of want to know where you stand.
Where I stand with it.
Knowing how I feel about houses right now, it just does not work with what I have to do.
Then we don't have to court.
So that's a firm line for you. You absolutely didn't even see my point of view that I was trying to tell you.
No, I totally get your point of view. I just don't want to see you get hurt.
Don't worry about me. I can handle any house questions. I'm a big girl. She said at being 5'2".
Hmm. Can we talk about
Look,
it? Can
can we talk about it?
can we talk about it,
Yeah,
please?
that's what we were doing.
No, as in like, can we talk about it? I'm not
Okay,
rushing.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't want
In
to
other
rush.
words, you want to wait till I'm ready to become part of a house?
No, 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 no. I want to wait and talk about it more. How do you
Okay.
feel about it? After we're not in the middle of a war, I think that would be fair to you at least.
You do understand why I against it at this point, though, right? Because
I
if I were to consider joining a house right
completely.
now, it doesn't work.
He kind of puts his hands on your lips. It's like, I completely understand your point. That's why I'm saying
Okay.
don't rush it. Like,
I mean, if I wasn't in the position I was, I would consider it more.
as he kind of says, I understand.
So what is technically okay for a courting couple to do that's not okay for other people? What is the difference here?
As he kind of looks at you and says the difference. Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, huh.
Is it just the fact that they're known as a couple?
It's another political question. Just kind of give
No,
them, kind of just give them the scowl you give me when I pissed you off. Yeah, that usually works. They ask you a question, scowl, and walk away.
she does it a lot, but yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what the difference is. She's honestly wanting to know the difference.
Courting couples means that families get involved in meetings and land, and it gets complicated. It gets extremely complicated. So right now, just look at them funny when they ask you questions. You don't understand.
No, I don't understand. That's why I ask the questions. Isn't that the point? Trying to
Yeah,
figure it out?
yes, but a lot of the questions you may not necessarily like the answer.
Doesn't matter.
Fair enough. So what
Doesn't
this
matter if I don't like it.
if we a difference between regular dating, there's different rules for nobles than there are for commoners. Commoners don't have anything to question them. They can basically do as they please. She don't have that
True.
luxury. She don't have that luxury. We're responsible for people. And being responsible for people entitles a certain amount of forward thinking. When I say forward thinking, thinking about the head, the future, what could happen, what should happen, things like that.
So dating me is bored.
A lot of the things that you know to be just whatever aren't whatever for me. Because if I were to do like you do, I could be killed for such things.
What do you mean like I do? Just teasing you?
No, 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 not like that. That's just kind of devil may care. I have to care.
You can care. I actually, that's fine. I kind of see myself as your fun committee.
That's House Fiona. We are the fun committee, but like,
Really? Because at the moment you seem very serious. I think I need
well,
to be your fun committee.
you should be my fun committee from time to time. I
That's
think,
kind of.
yeah, I need you to take stress out of my life.
So there's no step then between this official courting couple thing and being friends. There's nothing in between.
Nothing in between. There's no middle ground. It's either
That's
it's either 100% or none of the percent. Seriously. Unless you want to keep
I
secrets and you don't want to keep secrets.
no, I don't. Why should I have to hide my feelings for you? I don't see why that's necessary. It's
And
one
all,
thing if I choose to because I'm not sure where things stand. That's one thing, but
and
it doesn't make sense.
I totally agree with
Hmm?
you. I totally agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you
But you still put yourself in their little box, and you want to pull me inside the box.
because it'll be our little box and we'll be safe in the little box. Why are you being difficult? As he kind of sticks out his tongue. I assure
That'd be
quite
difficult because your box includes a house that I can't do.
see, it is a very warm and comfy box. See, I have my own room. He's trying to make light of the subject. He notices that he's failing. Like,
Oh, he's failing.
yeah.
There's no need to roll anything for that. He's just failing.
I'm just failing.
Um, Insta fail.
But why do you need a definite answer now?
You're the one who brought it up. I thought you were looking for the definite answer right now.
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about it, to see your opinions, to have a
Wow.
civil conversation.
Conversation.
Yes, I may
Right.
or may not be falling for you, but we won't get into that. Which is why it's making me incredibly hard to make the decision. It would be easy if I didn't like you. I could just be a she noble asshole, but I can't. Because
Oh,
then I
you have
would.
an asshole side. You just don't usually drag it out unless like you have to.
It's not in my nature.
It is your nature, and that's why I can accept it. I have my nature too, and you have to accept that in me. The fact that I just kind of I appreciate your idea of a box, but like you have to keep in mind I have a seal nature in me too, and we
So,
tend to want to be free. And it's
so,
not that I want to be free
so,
of you. I just being stuck in a box is a bit much.
all right, fair enough. Can I ask you a question, like seriously? As he kind of looks at
Yeah,
you through the glass. Um,
yeah,
can you do like monogamy? Is that a thing for you? I totally forgot
yeah,
this. You can do that? All right, because a
yeah.
lot of people think it's like I can't do monogamy and X, Y, Z reasons. All right,
I've never. Okay, honestly, I'm only 18. I've only dated a few people, but like, I don't see any reason why I couldn't. I'd kind of.
all right. That's a more honest answer, but okay.
No, I mean seriously, the animal nature, but doesn't change that in me, I guess.
Oh, I don't.
Honestly, if you want to know the way we usually are, no,
How?
I'll just tell you the way I've seen us usually be. We
Okay.
do tend to get into relationships. We
Right.
do. There are some of us who might have like a different person in every harbor or whatever, but not all of us are that way. It's just like humans.
Hmm.
You know, by nature we can have relationships, and that's kind of honestly, I wasn't thinking about that at the time when you came to visit me, but I think that's what I'm looking for. And
Okay.
I, I don't know. I just dislike that there's not a step in between. That kind of bugs me a lot. Like, why can't we just be us and then deal with the whole courting thing later without? Because it just seems silly that I have to pick a whole political party essentially just to date you.
Well, I'm a big shot. This is what happens when you marry, The Rock, quote unquote. Like, I
For
am
the Rock.
the business.
Wow.
I am big shot.
It's good to know that. I never would have guessed that. All
Well,
those muscles, never would have thought The Rock.
which, which, as he just looks at which.
Well, you might as well just call me a merfolk then. Hell, I'm a member of the Sea Court.
Well, shut up, we both know the difference. Like,
Right. It just seems like it's an impossible thing that you can't step down from where you're at, and I can't really step down from where I'm at. But at the same time, I'm still not going to play pretend like I don't have feelings for you.
neither will I. But
Okay?
officially, that's what it is. Without closing
But what
you,
now?
I said officially, that's what it has to be. I don't want to hurt you.
You're not trying to hurt me. I'm just it hurts my brain that that's the only way something can be. I mean, I think the humans have better ideas when it comes to dating than that. It's not like we have to be protected from women have to be protected from bad reputation anymore.
Well, we're not human, love. We don't technically die, quote unquote. Like,
Oh, we can die, trust me.
yeah, but we don't die because we get sick, quote unquote. There has
I
to be
know.
hard methods.
No, actually, it pretty much just sounds modeled after an era that had a lot of people dying from the plague.
We can die from the plague, at least that I don't know of.
Well, maybe, maybe not, but that's not really the question here.
I
I
was
don't really want to dig into my history classes just to figure that out. I don't care.
I was trying to switch the subject, but there again, you being perceptive, coming right back to the point, like, the point of it all.
Fine. We can let the topic go for now. As long as it's understood that, you know, we're not going to be playing pretend.
No, no pretend. There'll definitely somebody makes a move on you. Just expect it. Don't be surprised. Don't look, oh shit, shock and surprise. Just understand that.
Because, are you kidding me? Alicia's already been trying to get me for House Scathach right since the beginning.
You know what? She moves fast. But anyway.
She wants to learn Skycraft. That's what it is.
Well, see, you already won up on the game.
I'm even more up. 'Cause
Because you have
I've learned how to do another step of it. But anyway,
when are you going to teach me?
why would I teach you? What have you done to earn it?
Because you like me? Duh.
But you
Just
won't even court me.
boo! As he just boos loudly. Boo. As Valarius just looks at you and just kind of boos at you for a solid 5 minutes. Like, boo. Boo.
Just giggle at him for the whole time. If you won't even court me, I don't see why I'm going to be teaching you anything.
Boo. Life or death. Boo.
And also, sex isn't a good payment for that.
Well, I wasn't even talking about payment. This is just us as friends. Like, no need to be personal.
Friends, huh? Friends.
We're not. Ugh, you know what I mean. Stop it. Cut it out. As you kind
No.
of look. No, this isn't
But you're
funny. I'm not playing this game. As you kind of throw something at you.
grab the thing and throw it back. I'm pretty good at that. Athletics 4.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I know you're good too. So,
Mhm.
um, so what exactly are we then?
Does everything need a
Because
label?
it does in some ways. How we could be friends with benefits for all that matters, but it doesn't
No,
have to have a word as much as I need to understand it and have some way to reference it, at
just
least in my own head.
just reference me as Valarius.
You're not just Valarius, though.
As his heart kind of melts at that, like what? His heart melts.
She doesn't say anything else, just lets the silence kind of go out, draw until he says something.
Well, I think that titles complicate things for good or
Mostly
for
yours.
yes. So why can't I just be who I am, at least in front of you of all people? Does it really have to be incredibly political between us?
I'm not talking about political. I was talking about how I was going to think about you, and that's not political.
All right, then just think of me as, as an
What, my
immense.
boy toy?
That's hot. I like it. I like that. That's hot. I can dig that.
That's not something I'm so into, though. It's
You're
not
not,
my thing.
I'm not a boy toy, but I am your
Paramore? Shall we get old fashioned?
paramount god.
My intended? Let's go with the courting idea.
Your intended? Wow. Can we not throw shit around like that?
I'm
Like,
just throwing out words with that without using the words boyfriend or girlfriend. Or friend, because friend is not a good word for
it's
that.
clearly more than friends. But so as I am, why can't I just be who I am to you? Why does every
No, no, no. I want you to be who you are. I don't. That's not my point. Is not trying to change you. That's why I'm.
I understand
It's
what
it's hard to step outside my own mind, but I'm trying to like sit back and let you do that.
right.
And you're having the same problem with me. I can tell, so it's okay. I mean, because otherwise, the only way I can really reference you is like, well, he's this guy I really like, could have feelings for, but we slept together once, and now we're something.
Can why
How
can't I
does
why can't I just be hilarious? Just
sweetheart?
no,
I don't
hilarious.
know. I'm just coming up with
Exactly.
bad ideas at this point. There are no good words here.
Just call me your Eve and I'm Valarius. If they have enough empathy, they'll pick up on it. Like,
Oh, he's her lover.
does everything need a title? As he kind of,
You telling me that you are the one who is so full of titles, and you're asking me if everything needs titles.
not when it
You
comes to,
want me to have a title?
I do, I kind of do, but
See? So don't tell me you don't want any titles.
sure. But with that, Valerius says, yeah, we'll think of something.
Sure.
I mean, as long as you don't give up on me. With that, Valarius says, I really do have to retire. I have obligations. I've kept you long enough. Can I walk you home? As he kind of sticks out his tongue.
Sure. I can show you the easier way into my freehold if you want.
Okay. As he kind of starts laughing. And
But you can't expect everything to be underwater.
he whispers. And with that, Valerius will smile and escort Eve back home, letting his squires, that are probably respectfully not paying attention to this completely wrong
Whole conversation.
And Valerius says he'll be back tonight because he has to be back tonight. So he's walking her home since he asked her all the way out here.
Since what?
Since he asked her all the way out here in Homefires.
Right. And that's it.